Good morning, students. Well, this is Vikash Upadhyay, your science teacher. Today, I will teach you the method of separation, which is from chapter number 5 of your half-yearly syllabus. Students, before starting method of separation, I just remind what we learned in our previous video. Students, in our previous video, we learnt about separation. Why we need to do separate things from odd things. Students, for this separation, I tell you the story of by the Seema who prepared the tea for our elders at our home, where she put some ginger and tea leaves and many more things which can be dissolved in water and which some are not mixed up with water. So Seema decide to separate ginger and leaves of tea from tea beverages. Students, after that I told you about pure substance. I told you that pure substance which are made from one kind of material are known as pure substance. After that I told you about mixture, where I told you that mixture is the part where one or two kind of material are mixed up together, where some kind of material which are mixed up with more than four. I told you the example, air and milk. After that I told you there is a two type of mixture. First one heterogeneous mixture and second one homogeneous mixture. Students, heterogeneous mixture which we can easily separate it when we dissolve anything with any kind of matter. I told you that mixture is in three terms: solid to solid, solid to gas and solid to liquid. Students, after that I told you about homogeneous mixture, which we can see after dissolve anything in water or any kind of material. Okay students, after that we move further from the method of separation. So why we need different method to separate different kind of particular things? Because each constitute of mixture has some properties which we known as unique properties, which we can't separate with a same method. Okay, like the story which I told you about Seema. Okay, so the property is unique and itself is shared by no other components. It's shared by no other component. The difference in property is utilized to separate various components from the mixture. Utilize different material and component from the mixture. Sometimes we might use a combination of different methods. Sometimes we might, not all time, but sometime we might use a combination of different kind of method. So there is some kind of method of separation, where first one is hand picking. What is hand picking? Students, hand picking, first method of separation is hand picking, and this is a very or simplest method to separating unwanted substances from the useful ones. I am just before starting this chapter, I told you about getting some useful components from non-useful component, and give the example of peas, where we peeling the peas and separated the peas and pea cells. That method is also known as hand picking, and also at your home when your mom go take some wheat and just clean the wheat with hand picking, and after put it in a bag to the spiller where we got flour which we are used to make some roti and chapati also. So this is a very simplest method of separating unwanted things from the useful ones. Okay, so take advantage of difference in size, shape, color, different component of a mixture. This is the very most advantage of hand picking, where we separate things with their shape, their size, their color, and their qualities, their categories. Okay, like if talking about pulses, wheat, rice, these are quite often mixed with small stone, insect, and other unwanted materials. Everyone just notice about it when you just check some wheat and pulses. There is some kind of insect, some kind of little small stone, and also some leaves, which our mom and our household families just picking out that unwanted things and getting the useful things after picking small stone, insects, and unwanted materials. So these unwanted materials are different in size, different in color, different in shape, and from pick up useful from unwanted things. So students, this method can be used only when one of the component is present in small quantity, not a bigger quantity. If the quantity is half in bag and full of bag, then we can separate it unwanted things from useful things with the help of hand picking. But if we talking about a large scale, if like an example, if the example I'm taking the 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 full bags, 50 kgs, that time this is sometimes difficult to use the method hand picking, because this method is too lengthy, and sometimes going to be boring also. So this method used only when the component is present in a small quantity. Second, the size, shape, and color of the undesirable component. Shape, size, and color with undesirable component are different from those of desirable component. Okay, student, this is the first method of separation of mixturing containing solid. Another method is sieving. In Hindi, sieving is known as chhatna in Hindi, where mom going to make some chapatis and rotis. They pick up some kind of flour, and then after take a chalni, then sieving the flour, and where we can after sieving the flour, that small particle remain on the floor of chalni or chhatna, you can say. Okay, students, sieving is a method used to separate a mixture in which components are different with sizes. You just notice at your home when mom takes some flour and sieving on a big plate to mold the flour. You just see at your home. So sieving is the method to separate mixture in which components are different in sizes. Okay, you must have seen elders sieving wheat flour at home, and just give the example also. So this fine particle of wheat flour pass through the sieve, while the bigger particle of mainly wheat bran remain on the sieve. A large particle remain on the sieve, and a small particle fall down on a big plate or wherever you just sieve the flour. So sieve is the another method to separate things between each other. Okay students, so sieving is a method. After third method of this separation process is known as threshing. Threshing you can see at big scale in the field where you just see the tractor are put on standing on the field after cutting the crop. Okay, so students, if you want to exactly what is sieving, you go through the activity number 3, which is on your page number 67. Okay, so sieving is a simple process to sieve the different kind of material with the help of sieve, where the small particle just fall down on a big plate and a big particle remain on the sieve. Next one is threshing, and this threshing, I just told you that threshing is the process of beating out the grains from the stalk is known as threshing. Threshing is the process of beating the grain from the stalk is known as threshing. Stalk, you can say in a bundle of crop. The different kind of bundle, put it in our hand and just beating on the any hard substance is known as threshing. Okay, the harvested crop is threshed to separate the grains from the stalk and so loosen the outer covering of the grain. Okay, so harvested crop is separate into the grain of stalks and also loosen to outer covering of the grains. And threshing is a paddy of traditional carried out by beating the harvested crop with sticks. Some places just take a stick and put the hardy sticks on the harvested crops. So on the other hand, threshing of wheat and other crops. Threshing of wheat and other crops with sticks and also carried out by making animals such as bullocks and buffalo tread on the top. However, in case of big field where the many large areas feed, the machines called thresher is used, which is economical, quicker and more efficient than using animal. The large area is converted into quickly with the help of thresher, which was very economical and efficient to using animal. We can't use animal, we just take a thresher, which is known as machine. Okay, put some bundle of crops inside it and then the grains separated on another side and the different particles are separated in another side. So students, in the sequence of particular method of separation, we move further the last one, which is known as winnowing. W-I-N-N-O-W-I-N-G, winnowing. So this is the method. Winnowing is a method which is generally used by farmer to separate grain from after the threshing. After the threshing, when the grain separated with the different particles which are non-useful, after that little bit small kind of leaves and stones and different kind of insects are put in the separated grains. So after that grains exactly covering out with the help of winnowing, where the farmer used to separate grain from husk after harvesting. Okay students, so the farmer allowed a mixture of grains and the husks to form from the height, like where the wind is blowing, where they put the big with husk fall from the height. So just the heavy particle fall in deep and a small particle blow away with the help of air. Okay, grain being heavier fall vertically, grain being heavier fall vertically down on the ground, husk being lighter, and short distance from the heap of grain is shown in your figure which is given into your book, figure number 5.8. Okay students, this process calls the winnowing. What we call winnowing. Okay, threshing and winnowing are separation technique used in agriculture practice. Okay students, after learning different kind of method, we learned sedimentation and decantation. So students, what is sedimentation and what is decantation? Sedimentation is the process to separating the insoluble properties from a liquid. Sedimentation is the process to separate the insoluble properties from the liquid. So this is the method. Complete separation is not possible. So before moving further, I would recommend to go through at your home with the activity number 5, which is on your page number 68. Okay, so students, when the mixture of an insoluble solid, in a liquid is allowed to stand for some time, if we talking about when we mix up sugar in water and still for a moment the particular sugar and water are stand and moving into the bowl or glass for a some time. So that is why the sentence, when the mixture of an insoluble solid, we're talking about sand and dust, it is not soluble in water, solid in liquid is allowed to stand for some time. The insoluble solid settle down forming a sediment. After soluble in solid the dust or sand into the water, that time the water mixed up, looking like the water mixed up with sand. But after some time the sand putting down to forming are known as sediment. Okay, and the process of settling down of heavier insoluble particles or properties of particular things form a mixture is called sedimentation. Listen those things. When we take a glass of water and put some sand into it, and still that time the sand and water look like mixed up, but after some time the heavy particles settle down, that thing known as sediment. But after the process of settling down, the heavier insoluble particles form a mixture, which mixture of sand and water are known as sedimentation. Okay, next, decantation to clear the above liquid of the sediment is gently poured off into another beaker without disturbing the sediment. This process of transferring the clear liquid without disturbing sediment is known as decantation. Mean to say, when the heavier particles settle down into the water, then water is clear and the sand settle down bottom to the glass. that clear water take out without disturbing the sediment part are known as decantation. What is decantation? Okay students, sedimentation. What is sedimentation? Is the mixture of insoluble properties of water and sand is known as sedimentation. Whereas sediment, where the higher or heavier particle settle down, that particle things known as sedimentation. Whereas decantation, when the particular heavier part settle down and the clear water are seen by our eyes, then take that clear water and transferring the clear liquid without disturbing sedimentation or sediment is known as decantation. Another part, another topic of after sedimentation and decantation known as filtration. And our daily life, we used to see the filtration part in our daily life. And we're talking about the example water. We need the water in today's scenario is known going to be filter water, which are the first and most important priority going to be to the human beings, because after the coronavirus, today's scenarios, the people are going to be too much hygiene and to be with hygiene and to be the remaining our body to be hygiene. That is why the filtration, the filter water is the one of them to take care of to be hygiene also. So filtration is another simple method for removing suspended insoluble impurities from a liquid is known as filtration. What is filtration? Also a method to removing or separating suspended insoluble impurities from a liquid known as filtration. Okay, so filtration is the process of removing. Filtration is the process to removing insoluble properties from a liquid, because insoluble properties from liquid is known as filtration. Okay, so filtration is the process of removing insoluble substance from a liquid or by allowing it to pass through a filter paper or muslin cloth. Whenever you just notice about it, when we filter paper, put it in on the top of bowl and pour the water from on it, that water is the filter water with the help of muslin cloth and also filter paper. It's similar. We use muslin cloth and filter paper. After another process is boiling water, boiling or bloating paper. Sorry, it contains many small holes. These holes are large enough to allow water to pass through, but do not allow particles of insoluble substance such as powder, clay and sulfur to pass through. So filtration is often used in our homes, laboratories and industries. Preparing tea involves filtration, while making cottage cheese, paneer at home. Solid paneer is separated from the liquid by filtration through a muslin cloth, and the water supplied to our home is filtered through a bed of gravel, sand and charcoal. Sewage water is filtered using large metal methods to avoid choking and sewers. So these all are the process of filtration. When we use to make the cheese, we use muslin cloth where we put cheese, the filter milk, which is known as put it on the muslin cloth, and after checking them, and after the separation of liquid or solid of cheese. And there is a lot of amount of particular things which is known by the filtering. Okay, students. So one of the most or important things which I forget to tell you, which is loading, which is known as loading, Loading. Loading is the process. Loading the heavier particle when during the sedimentation, heavier particle settle down quickly. Everyone knows that. When we mix up sand with water, the sand settle down very quickly. However, the finer particles such as those of clay in water take a lot of time to settle down. When a small quantity of alum is added, the finer particle get loaded with alum particle, become heavier and quickly settle down. This method of separation is called loading. Okay, I mean to say, when the fine particle which are not settled down quickly, where we going to put alum on in the water of a glass, that when you put alum into it, the finer particle become heavier and quickly settle down with the sand. That process or this process known as loading. Okay, students. So next topic of this chapter is separation of two immiscible liquid. Separation of two immiscible liquid. We learned about it in our next video. Till then, if you have any questions or any query, just put it on the message below. I will give reply shortly. Thank you. Have a nice day.